Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am just so tired, you guys. And welcome to a Sunday stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is, whatever day it is. I hope that the weekend is treating you well, and hopefully you've been having a good weekend as we get ready to play some Helldivers 2 today. And as promised, you fucking donkeys, I'm gonna be playing with you guys today. We are actually going to be playing with the community. But I'll get into how that's going to work here in just a little bit. But again, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for showing up on a Sunday, joining us here for the stream. I'm going to apologize in advance. You guys are going to see the screen black flickering here over and over again. I have determined that this is a thing that happens on Streamlabs whenever I play a high like a graphically intensive game, and the more that it taxes my my graphics card, the more that it makes the office flicker, and I don't know why that is. I've actually tried resetting the entire scene. I've tried rebuilding the whole scene from scratch. I have no idea why the office specifically does this, and none of my other scenes in Streamlabs do this. So I genuinely cannot tell you why the screen is going to be flickering black while we're here in the office, but that's just a thing that's going to happen, so I apologize in advance. I know it's a little bit irritating. I don't know how to fix it, but I've at least figured out what causes it. But with that being said, again, thank you for joining me on a Sunday. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well, and of course, always glad to be here with the donkeys, with the cultists in this, the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions. And again, we will be playing some Helldivers here in just a little bit. But first, the news. Why are we playing Helldivers today? It is, in fact, Sunday, Thrazam. It is. Well, I mean, it might not be for you. It depends on where you are in the world. It's Sunday for me. It is Sunday for me. But the reason that I made the decision to play Helldivers 2 is because I had already been thinking about playing Helldivers on stream with you guys anyway. Uh-oh, my flag is covering up the notifications. Let me fix that. There we go. Anyway, I was thinking about playing Helldivers 2 with you guys anyway at some point, and then this week, actually just a day or two ago, as a matter of fact, Sony finally lifted the region restrictions that have been on Helldivers 2 for almost a year at this point. And that essentially made it so that over 130 countries that had been locked out of the game are now able to play again. And I figured, considering that giant community win, and you know, the ability for now a whole bunch of people who were not able to play the game for a long time. Correct. I'm right there with you, Reploid. Like, they really shouldn't have region locked it anyway, but this has been a victory a long time coming, for the community. The community has been pushing Sony and Arrowhead to remove those region restrictions for a very long time, and they've now finally done that. And as a result of that, in fact, the developers have confirmed that we are going to get a review bomb cape, as commemoration of the whole debacle last year. Apparently, the devs wanted to do a review bomb cape for the Helldivers as a whole thing. But the reason that they weren't doing it was because they wanted to get that region lock removed, and now that they've actually done it, they're going to commemorate it with a cape. So again, I'm very excited. I think it's great that all of those people are able to get back into the game, or for some, be able to enjoy the game for the first time. There's, I think, 7 countries that are still not able to buy and play the game, But I believe, and I haven't done extensive research on this yet, but I believe that the 7 countries that are still region locked are region locked either because of economic sanctions, like for example, Russia is one of the countries. Because of the economic sanctions, we're not able to sell the game to them. And then there's other countries, like for example, North Korea is one of them. Vietnam is another one, where they have their own political reasons for not allowing the United States or US based companies to sell products there. So the region locks that still remain for those 7 countries are basically out of Arrowhead and Sony's hands. But the ability for all those other countries to finally be able to get in is outstanding in my opinion. So that's why I decided, hey, you know what? It seemed like it felt like it was a sign. If it was a divine symbol saying, hey, it's time to play some Helldivers. It's time to play some Helldivers. And with that being said, I have worked with some trusted lieutenants over the past week to figure out exactly how we're going to do this. So I have a system in place. I know how we're going to do this so that we can actually play with community members. And I will get into that before too long. I will say one other thing to mention today in terms of news is, oh God, what was it? Shit. I don't remember now. There was a game that I wanted to talk about specifically, and now I don't remember. Um, yeah, I lost it. So listen, if y'all didn't know, if you didn't know, today, yes, now, Jesus, it's like he knows me. The altars. So if you did not know, the altars has recently released, and I don't know why, but a lot of pundits are like talking about how it's like, you know, it's gonna fail and all this and that because it's too smart and it's too cerebral. And it's like, so what I wanted to talk about is that for those of you that don't know, and this might be reiterating for some of the older members of the community, I used to be in games journalism years ago, back when that meant something. And part of the reason that I got out, among other things, was the pivot to like sensationalism and clickbait headlines and all that kind of nonsense. And this, like, the way that the games media, heavy air quotes, games media, because I think the games media is a joke now. But the way that the games media is treating the altars, to me, is kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, where all of these outlets are like, oh, this game is too smart for its own good. And then, like, that's gonna make people think, oh, this isn't actually a fun game, and then not buy the game. So, like, games media, in their attempt to seem smart and cool and intellectual, are actually going to cause damage to the sales of the game that they claim to want people to play because it's so smart and important and culturally relevant, you guys. If you don't know what the Altars is, it's a game made by, I believe, Don't Nod, who are the Life is Strange folks. And it's essentially a game where a guy, through various sci-fi shenanigans, um, finds himself on a planet stranded and trying to survive long enough to escape that planet. And because all of the other members of the crew of the ship that he was on are dead, he somehow figures out a way to, like, bring alternate universe versions of himself into his own universe, and he begins to work with other versions of himself to try to get off the planet. But the game is not so much about the whole escape the planet thing as it is about, like, I mean, I think everybody has probably had a moment where they thought to themselves, man, if this key event in my life had gone just a little bit differently, how would my life have turned out? Right? And that's kind of the idea and the general overarching concept of what the game is trying to explore, is like, how you could potentially be a completely different person just because of one key event. But then also, I guess one of the deeper meanings in the game is like why it's important to not focus on that, to not focus on the what ifs. Because again, like, yeah, I could have been this guy who's super buff, or I could have been this guy who cured cancer, or whatever, but I'm not those guys because I didn't make the right choice. But like, it's also a game that explores the idea of like being happy in your own skin, being satisfied with who you are, and not getting hung up on the idea of what could have been. Because obviously, like, you can't go back in time, you can't change the past. All you can do is move forward and try to improve yourself going forward. And like those are kind of like the overarching themes of the game. And of course, the games media is like, oh, this game's too smart because gamers are actually big, dumb doo-doo heads and gamers are stupid and they're not going to appreciate this game. And it's like, again, it very much highlights the modern, like, antagonistic relationship that the games media has with its own customer base. Like, the people that they're begging for money and support to stay in business are the same people that they're sitting there saying, you're too stupid to understand this game, and you're too dumb to appreciate it. And it's just like, really, guys? And you have trouble understanding why it is that no one treats you with any relevance anymore? Like, you're literally insulting your own consumer base, and then you can't understand why nobody gives a shit what you have to say anymore. But anyway, that's my rant. Like, The Alters is a very interesting game. I personally have not played it, but I have watched some people playing through it, and it's a really interesting game. I do intend to buy and play through it at some point. I'll probably do that in my own time. I'm not gonna play it on stream, not because, because I think you guys are too dumb to understand the game. But I don't think I would play it on stream just because I don't think it's a very streamable game. I feel like I feel like it would be one of those games where I would get sidetracked very often to talk about random inconsequential bullshit. And so for the people that actually showed up to watch the game, it wouldn't be very entertaining. But I will probably play through it myself. I'm very interested in checking it out. But with that being said, chat, I think that's everything. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I am dead. I am dead today. I'm very, very tired, chat. I have had a very long week. For those of you that were on the Discord, you already know that I that I had it. No, it's been a bad week at work. It's been a bad week. So I'm out. I'm not no rig today. It's just gonna be me talking. I do have a new ping tuber though. I do have a new ping tuber avatar, so you won't be completely missing me from your screen. But without further ado, chat, I have to get into the thankies before we get the stream started. And then once I get the thankies out of the way, I'll explain how we're gonna do this. Amazing how our entire group of people can become so universally loathed that Jero Public automatically takes the opposite position of whatever you say. I mean, you're not wrong, Arekinator. Like I said, I have a lot to say and have said a lot about uh the game's media and what it has become. I will reiterate that because we've already gotten a lot of mileage out of it, but yeah, I'm as someone who used to be a part of the game's media, I am very, 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 very disappointed in what the game's media has become. And that I'll leave it at that. Again, I've said much more about the topic in previous streams. And if you're interested, you can go check that out on previous streams. But anyway, No, Megas, we are in fact going to be playing some Helldivers 2, and specifically we're going to be playing with the community. So, again, once I get the thankies out of the way, which I keep saying I'm going to do and then I don't actually do it, once I get the thankies out of the way, I'll actually explain to you guys how we're going to play and how I'm going to get you guys into the game. And there we go. There we go, chat. As you can see, you've got yourself a little Pingtuber avatar down there in the bottom right corner. That is the most booba that you're gonna get today. So you're gonna have to be happy with that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. But I wanted to give you something. I wanted to give you something at least. At any rate, so as for how this is gonna work. So once again, I am intending to play with the community. The way that we're going to do this to give everybody a fair and equal chance is I'm basically going to run a giveaway through Nightbot. And so when I tell you guys, I'm going to have you type a phrase into the chat. And everybody that types in the phrase will be entered into the giveaway. And then I will select 3 people. And those 3 people will get to join us for 1 drop. For only 1 drop. Now, as for how we're going to do it after that, is the phrase gib. I mean, you can try it. I'm not going to tell you what the phrase is yet because I don't want people spamming it trying to get in early. But anyway, what's going to happen is I will generate a friend code. And I'm going to have to go back to the office to do it so that you guys don't see it and everybody just type it in. But I'm going to generate a friend code and I will DM it to the people that win in Twitch. So once we do this, keep an eye on your Twitch DMs. I will DM you the friend code. Make sure that it's actually from me and not somebody else. And then you will enter that friend code into it. We will be friended on there, and then I'll be able to invite you. Now, I do have my game set to private, so you're not actually going to be able to join me unless I invite you. So keep an eye on your invites. What does that mean for you guys? Well, number 1, there are some requirements in order to play with the community. Obviously, the first requirement is you actually have to own Helldivers 2. Please don't enter if you don't own Helldivers 2, because then that just muddies the pool. And then if you do somehow get picked, now we have to redo the whole giveaway so that somebody else can get in since you decided to be a donkey. So please, if you don't actually own Helldivers 2, or if you don't want to play Helldivers 2 with us, please don't enter the giveaway. It makes things so much easier for us if you don't. Second, please be ready. At least have Helldivers running. You might get kicked out for inactivity if you're just going to watch the stream. But please be in the game so that we don't have to sit here and wait for 5 or 10 minutes for you to get logged in, get the game started, and all that nonsense. So please be in the game so that I don't have to keep everybody waiting for you guys to actually join up. Yeah, I know, Max, damn it. It's crazy. I mean, crazy narcissistic streamer out here expecting you to actually own the game that you want to try to play with us. Who the fuck am I, really, though? Like, completely out of line. Completely out of line. Yeah, literally 1984. Jesus. What was I thinking? Anyway, so here's the deal. Once I send you the friend code, I'm going to invite you, but I'm going to let you know right now, I am going to kick you off of my friends list once we're gone. Now, it's not personal. Please don't take it personally. I just, 1, don't want a friends list full of a bunch of random people, and 2, it's a parasocial type of thing, and it's just much easier for me and my sanity if I don't have 500 people on my friends list. So, I'm going to have you as a friend just long enough for us to play, and then I'm going to kick you out. Again, not personal. It's not because you did anything wrong. It's just, again, for my own sanity. For those of you that don't understand how the friend codes work, I can generate a friend code and that code stays valid until I generate a new code. So even if you keep the code, don't try to get cheeky. Even if you keep the code, it is not going to work once I generate a new one. So just know that that code is only going to be good for that one drop. Now, aside from that, this is Helldivers 2. Just about anything goes. So, I mean, obviously, if you're going to be out here team killing on purpose and other, griefing and stuff, I'm going to boot you. But it's also Helldivers 2, and friendly fire is a thing that's gonna happen. I've done it myself plenty of times. So I get it. I'm not gonna kick you because somebody was a dumbass and ran into your cluster bomb. But I'm just giving you a heads up. If you come in here and try to intentionally grief the stream, I am gonna kick you. Also, I am not going to be playing with VoIP. So you guys can absolutely play with VoIP in the chat. I have voice chat turned off completely. So you're not going to hear me, and I'm not going to hear you. If whoever's in the squad at the time, if y'all want to communicate amongst yourselves, you're absolutely welcome to do that. But for safety and for security reasons, I'm not going to have voice chat turned on. So no one will hear you no matter what you say. Again, if you start typing goofball stuff into the chat, I'm gonna boot you for that too. So be on your best behavior. Be on your best behavior. You may be donkeys, but that doesn't mean you have to act like donkeys. With that being said, chat, I think it's about time. Actually, let me wiggle my mouse before I get kicked out of the game for inactivity again. As you can see, we're currently on the Patriot of Patriotism, because I am a patriot. So there we go. We are ready to go, chat. And at least for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some Terminids, because that's the major order right now. So that's the plan, at least for now. Level 116. Yeah, I'm only 88. I thought I was no life in this game, but then there's a lot of people that are 150, which is currently the max level. So let's get stuck in, chat. We're gonna go bust some bugs. I'm gonna find something on the daytime side of the planet. Actually, let me make sure. Yep, we still need to do Alta 5. And let's see. We could do a blitz, we could do hatcheries, we could do evacuation. I think, chat, search and destroy. Let's just do a nice Vietnam-style sweep and clear to start things off. And we are ready to go. All right, I'll take suggestions. Because if you don't give me a suggestion, I'm gonna drop us right in the middle of the hive. Okay, everybody wants to go here? That's what we'll do. Here we go, chat. Bring your best bug-bustin' loadout. Let's see. I think napalm's always good. Let me think. Yeah, we'll just go heavy firepower. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. That's a glorious idea. Wait, what's the glorious idea? Gonna send my friend code? I might send in Whisper. I don't know. It's fine, King Panzer. If you win the giveaway, if I actually have you guys coming into the game, I will send you a friend code. Yes, there should be game audio. Don't pretend like I'm a professional, okay? Don't pretend like I'm a professional. But don't worry, King Panzer. If you win the sweepstakes here in a little bit and I'm gonna bring you into the game, I will send you my friend code and we'll get you in here. Alright. Here we go, chat. Into hell we dive. God and democracy be with you. Strike heroes in the pipe. 5x5.
Hellpod launch initiated.
And if the gameplay is not loud enough, let me know. It sounds good on my end. It's about level with everything else. But if for some reason the game audio is not good for you guys, do give me a heads up. But here we go, chat. This is going to be our first dive of the day for Super Earth. Also, remember, freedom with an exclamation mark. Okay, we got the booba aliens. We got the butt bugs. I think it's go time already, Chad. There we go. There we go. And for those of you that don't know, we are playing on an exceptionally high difficulty. I think I'll have to check. We're on difficulty 9. So for those of you that are maybe a little newer to the game, that's gonna be rough, but you will persevere. You will persevere. We're gonna get you guys better at the game by basically killing you over and over again. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Today is a bad day to be me. Yep, we're not gonna make it, chat. We're not gonna make it. Okay, I made it. Somehow. Don't ask me how. Alright, we gotta get out of here, and we gotta do that in a hurry. Try to disengage if you can. Oh, you are very aggressive. You are very aggressive. Please die. Please, everybody die. Yeah, I'm actually surprised by how aggressive the warrior bugs are. They're not normally this aggressive. Sure can take a pounding. Oh yeah, you know it. Let's just say I'm very practiced. Uh-oh. There we go. We got big boy. Helldiver down. You gotta climb. You gotta climb or you're gonna die. This is just my flavor of chaos, by the way. And this is also my notice for those of you that are like, oh no, I'm still new at the game. There's no way that I could play on difficulty 9. I absolutely disagree. You can 100% play on the super high difficulties and not die. Or at least... Okay, you're probably still gonna die, but you can still succeed in the mission. Uh-oh. Alright, we got bug breaches, chat. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out while the getting's good. Because especially on these higher difficulties, once the bug breach happens, you basically just have to run for your life. Oh my goodness. Please stop shooting me. Please stop shooting me, turret. Oh, well, there it is. $5 reinforced code, but I could still input it. There you go.
Freedom has prevailed. Now head to the extraction point.
I got you, C-Vex. I'm trying to help. Oh my god. I don't know if I've mentioned this. I don't really like the Stalker Strain mutator. It's extremely irritating. Alright, boys. Let's see. I think we need to... I think we head over to the big city block. Oof. 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 That was blue on blue. C-Vex is fired. Beautiful. Beautiful. Suck orbital laser, nerd. Alright, let's see. Where's... Oh, right, I died. I was looking for my marker, and then I remembered that I died, and when you die, it gets rid of your marker. Just keep moving, just keep moving. We'll leave the bug breach behind. Oh, well, let's not go that way. Maybe we'll take a detour through the city. Come on, C-Vex, you can do it. Run! He didn't make it. He didn't make it. That's okay. I got you. And then a car just randomly exploded. I have no idea why. Oh shit, we got the artillery. My bad, my bad. I wasn't even paying attention.
Tagging map. Northwest, 100 meters.
I don't know why, but I feel like the game has been changed a little bit so that the artillery is just a magnet for enemies. Whenever you set up the artillery, it just feels like every enemy within a 100-mile radius comes charging at you. Wait, is that? Yeah, that's smoke. I thought it was a mini nuke. My bad. Alright, I hit the terminal, so you should be able to start loading the ammo. What do we got? Oh, baby. We got high yield explosives. Oh my. Oh my. This really does feel like Starship Troopers sometimes. I refuse. We still gotta get one. Oh no, we got the shell. Outstanding. Outstanding. I'll try to... Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna try to cover you, and then I exploded. Oh my. Alright, we got the artillery. Now it is time to GTFO, boys. Run! Crappy, get out of there! Alright, never mind. You'll be avenged. You will be avenged with 500 kilograms. Oh, you were stuck. That's no good. That's no good. Alright. We still got... Hold on. There we go. We still got the bug hive. Let me see. Alright, we got enough time for the grenade launcher. Let's see if I live long enough to actually use it. What difficulty is this? This is difficulty 9, Bio. Because we go hard here. If you're not playing on Helldive difficulty, are you really a Helldiver? Let's just go ahead and prep the area with some napalm. Uh-oh. We got the Half-Life Tentacle guy out here. Okay, we gotta go. I was gonna try to get this last one, but it's not gonna happen. We gotta get out of here. We gotta run for the extract. Come on, everybody. Run, run, there's no time, there's no time. We got 30 seconds, I cut it too close. Nah, we don't have any time, we don't have any time. If we don't get to the drop zone in 30 seconds, we're getting left behind. Oh, well, CVEX is making the sacrifice play. CVEX, if you don't make it, you will be remembered. Alright, I'm telling you now, somebody has to survive because we need somebody to tell CVEX's story. Somebody has to survive. Exactly, no diver left behind. You're damn right. You got this, CVEX. You're gonna make it. Alright, nobody die, because we can't reinforce. I should have called in supplies, but I forgot to do it. Hate the bug with weapon customization. I honestly think it makes it a little bit easier now with weapon customization. But maybe that's just me. Oh my. Let's see, we still got a minute 30. Still got a minute 30.
Oh, my leg!
I could not hit that guy to save my life. And it literally almost cost me my life. Oh no. Oh no, big boy. Oh. Things are starting to come undone. Oh no. I exploded. Survive. Survive, chat. Remember, you don't have to stay in the extraction zone. You can run. The shuttle's coming no matter what. Just make sure that you get to the shuttle before it leaves. You got 20 seconds.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Evade! Evade!
T-minus 10 seconds. Clear.
Oh no! Crappy, no! It's on you, yes, now. You got this.
This is Pelican
You
1.
got this.
Visual on the extraction zone.
You got this.
Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
No, yes, now.
If they could speak, I know our heroes would not have us
That's okay.
mourn their loss,
That's
but
okay,
rejoice
though.
in their victory.
We still accomplished the objective. Mission complete. It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes you don't make it out. That's the struggle of difficulty 9. But we accomplished the objective, and that is what matters. I mean, you can hear them. They are going ham right now. They are fucking mad. It's a good thing Pelican 1 is bulletproof and spit-proof and acid-proof and claw-proof. Okay, how about now? Good lord. This is as dumb as this is, I do find it fun. I mean, I'm glad you guys are having fun. I'm glad you guys are having fun. Is everything better now? Good lord. This is why you have to troubleshoot things, chat, because occasionally you have these moments where you don't know what's going on and then, like, everything just crashes and burns. So I apologize for that. Apologies for the technical difficulties.
Note to self.
But that was our first drop out of the way. It wasn't a great drop, but we still accomplished the mission, and that's what matters. So thank you to Cvex, Yas Now, and Crappy Sniper, who were all outstanding Helldivers. We salute you. Either you troubleshoot or you shoot trouble. I mean, look, let's maybe not talk about Troubleshooter, since you know, he was out here doing his goofball shit and ended up in the damn, like, he wasn't even watching the stream, according to his own admission, and yet somehow was in the giveaway, and I have no idea why. Extraction is optional. Correct. Extraction is optional. That's the potential reward for a Helldiver after they accomplish the mission, but it's a reward you still have to seize with both hands.